Well, there's fresh outrage over allegations of widespread fraud of taxpayer dollars in the state of Minnesota. A viral video appears to expose that alleged fraud at several Somali-operated child care centers in Minneapolis. And the independent journalist who published that video, which now has over 100 million views, tells Fox News the scam is extensive.
I've known about the fraud taking place for a long time. Minnesotans have been telling me for a long time about the Somali fraud that is taking place. And that's just the tip. When people say it's the tip of the iceberg, it really is, because there's billions of fraud inside the state of Minnesota right now.
And Garrett Tenney is covering this story from our Midwest Bureau. Garrett, good morning to you.
Yeah, Bill, good morning. This is just the latest example of the kind of widespread fraud that whistleblowers say has been taking place in Minnesota for years. And elected officials from towns around the state all the way to Capitol Hill are demanding investigations now into child care centers like this one. Quality Learning Center in Minneapolis. You can see this child care center that has received millions of dollars in federal tax money over the past 6 years can't even spell learning right on its sign. And since May 22, this business has been investigated at least 13 times for more than 50 different violations by the Department of Human Services in Minnesota. The business is licensed for 99 kids, but when independent reporter Nick Shirley went by this month, the place appeared completely empty.
There's no one here right now. It's midday on a weekday, and if you were to try to go inside, it's completely closed. There's no windows, no nothing. And like I said, they literally spelt the word wrong on their sign. This is open and blatant fraud taking place here inside of Minnesota.
Shirley went to multiple child care centers and said he found similar setups where businesses that have received piles of taxpayer dollars were either closed or he couldn't see any children present. In response to that video that's now gone viral, Vice President J.D. Vance posted on X, "What's happening in Minnesota is a microcosm of the immigration fraud in our system. Politicians like it because they get power. Welfare cheats like it because they get rich. But it's a zero-sum game, and they are stealing both money and political power from Minnesotans." Senator Ron Johnson says this is now going to be a primary focus for congressional investigators.
These agency heads who funnel the federal money to the state agencies, they have to demand that the state agencies are transparent. And unfortunately, particularly in Democrat-controlled states, they're not. They're refusing to turn over those records. I've got subpoena power. I will use that subpoena power to obtain these records because we have to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is under fire for all of this happening under his watch, but he says he's now taking steps to investigate this fraud further. He claims it's something they've already been looking into and that they are now setting up guardrails to keep it from happening again. Bill?
And Nick Shirley's video at 110 million views as of this morning. Viral is an understatement there. Safe to say plenty of public interest in this. Garrett Tenney live in Chicago for us this morning. Garrett, thank you. Molly?
Thank you, Bill. Minnesota Republican Congressman Tom Emmer is the House Majority Whip and here to comment on all of this. An incredible story here breaking. As Bill noted, this has gone viral. Nick Shirley's reporting. He got out there and he did, the old-fashioned legwork. He walked the walk, he asked questions, and he revealed some fascinating stuff. And as many people have said, potentially the tip of the iceberg here. I want to get your thoughts on his reporting and what's been exposed here.
Well, great to be with you, Molly. I mean, look, this young journalist, Nick Shirley, goes out there and finds more evidence of fraud in one day than Tim Walz and our Attorney General Keith Ellison have found in 7 years. Why did he find it? Because he looked for it, Molly. While Tim Walz and Keith Ellison have been looking the other way, billions of dollars have been stolen from Minnesota taxpayers. You've got the child care centers that he showed you. There's 80 autism centers that are under investigation. There was a housing stabilization program that was created in 2020. They estimated it was going to run about $2 million a year. Molly, they shut it down in October because it was rife with fraud, and they'd already sucked out over $160 million. The U.S. Attorney's Office here in Minnesota estimates this fraud could actually reach $9 billion before the investigation is all over. And we've got two major issues going on in addition to just the fraud. One, millions of dollars of this fraud has been shipped back to Somalia to a known terrorist group, al-Shabaab. And two, we've got all kinds of whistleblowers now that are coming forward And if what they are saying is real and can be documented, and what they're saying is they told Tim Walz about the fraud when it was happening. And he not only ignored them, he retaliated against him. I'm telling you, Molly, if that's accurate and it can be proven, Tim Walz needs to be held accountable. Everybody in his administration needs to be held accountable. This guy now is scrambling to make it look like he's doing something. 2 weeks ago, he created a position with a guy to investigate fraud. 7 years too late, Timmy. It's time that we find answers to all these questions and hold everybody accountable that has ripped off Minnesota taxpayers and, frankly, supported terrorists in a foreign country.
A lot of interesting points there. The House Oversight Committee as well looking into this and asking a lot of questions about what's going on in Minnesota. I want to get a little look ahead, so at 2026, some of the difficult challenges that Congress is facing, particularly when it comes to the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, and the expiring subsidies. I want to get your take on this. This is Representative Swalwell, Congressman on the Democratic side, of course, and get your reaction. Take a listen.
The majority of the House Representatives wants to put these subsidies in place so that Americans can pay less for health care. So it's now on the Speaker, when we reconvene in just a couple days, whether he will put this up for a vote.
Yeah, now there are millions of people that supposedly depend on these subsidies. Your thoughts on where this is heading and what Republicans will be doing?
Well, these comments are indicative. They're what the Democrats are trying to do. It's very disingenuous, Molly. These are enhanced premium tax credits. Let's make it clear to your viewers that these are paid directly to health insurance companies, not to the people that need the health insurance, which is the other thing that's important here. These enhanced premium tax credits were created by Democrats during the pandemic under unusual circumstances to expire on December 31st of this year. They only impact 21 million people in this country, while 300 million people are seeing their health insurance premiums run out of control to the extent that they can't afford it. These guys are talking about 21 million people. Eric Swalwell and Democrats do not want to fix this problem. They want it as a political issue. I applaud Donald Trump, who is going after the problem. He is going after drug prices, and now he's calling health insurance executives in front of him to talk about why it is over the last 15 years when Democrats and their co-conspirators, the health insurance industry, created the Unaffordable Care Act. Why is it over the last 15 years that health insurers have been making billions of dollars while Americans have less and less access to the great health care that this country has to offer? That's the real problem, and Donald Trump and Republicans are addressing it.
Yeah, and we shall see how those reforms go. It's going to be a fascinating 2026. Sir, Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Congressman Tom Emmer.
Same, Molly.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.